Hello everybody and welcome back to D.W.W gardening. Today I'm going to show you what's happening in my garden. I'm going to be planting out a few odd bits and pieces and doing a few odd bits and pieces in the garden. So since the last video I'm going to show you what is going on, how the plants are coming on and everything like that. So just sit back and hopefully you can see what's going on. This is a small garden which is all mostly containers and a little bit of land what I use for planting a few things. So I'm going to show you the process of what I'm doing today and hopefully you'll all enjoy this one. Right everybody, so I've got a bucket here and in a pot I found some odd, I think they were Charlotte potatoes what was sprouting. So I put them all in here. It's about 15 or 16 potatoes in here. I don't really know the number, but this is just an experimental one what I'm doing. So if I get potatoes from it, I'll get potatoes. If I don't, it don't really matter to me because they were just potatoes and I've got some spare buckets. So I've already put the potatoes in and I've topped it up with the dirt. So I'm going to put some blood fish and bone on the top, and I've got some potato fertilizer which we're going to put on top as well, and that might be the only fertilizer what I'll give this one. So I'm just going to do this one in a bit to make sure. And as you can see, I filled this one right up to the top, so I'm not going to be leveling off this one anymore. Once it grows, that's it. I'll just leave that to do whatever it does. So I'm going to be putting that one there. I might move it later on. Right, so the next job I've got some peppers. This one's a bellboy. So I will be putting some more peppers in there at a later stage, but I just got these two. I wanted to get a variety of different ones. So I'm going to put some blood fish and bone on top. And this is grow more. So that's grow more pellets what I'm putting on top. I'm going to just mix that one in a bit. And then here I've got compost. Got a little bit of farmyard manure in here as well. So as you can see, I'm not fill this right up to the top because later on if I need to top it off, I can always top it off again. So I'll put this one here. So I'll just put that one there, so because I want to get some other peppers as well. And this one is chili pepper jalapeno. Which is that one. So I'm just going to put this one here. Or left, as you can see, they're going to put about another three in here, but I haven't got those yet. So once I get those, then I'll be putting them in. So that's more chili peppers what I've planted up. So this one I'm going to be putting in between. Yeah. Don't worry, I'm going to show you what's going on in the garden, so I'll show you that afterwards. Right, so I've done that. I've got another big tub here. And into this one, I've got some farmyard manure. I've got some sawdust. And I've got compost, so I'm going to put some blood fish and bone in this one. Don't know why this fish and blood and bone looks so powdery this time. The other one was more gravelly. So I'm going to put some grow more on there. So this is another one that I'm just trying. So I'm going to mix that in a bit. I'm going to put two more sweet potatoes into this one. So I'm just going to get them and I'll be back with you in a while. So these are some of my sweet potato slips. I don't know when this video will come out, but I've still got quite a few slips left. I've been giving some away, I've been selling some as well, but the sweet potatoes just seem to just want to keep producing all the time, so I'll break them off and put them in water. So if you want any sweet potato slips, or you're following along and you want to see if it works, then you're quite welcome to reach out to me. I don't know how I can get them to you apart from you collecting them, so that's the only way I can get them to you at the moment. I don't really know how to. I know some people post out plants, but I don't really know how to do that, so I can't really open. So I'm going to be putting two in here. So as you can see I've planted them slightly slanted. Got to find somewhere in my garden to put this because I've almost run out of space now. As you can see, you've got a nice root system going through it, which is what you want to see. That one, you plant them slanted like that. And you just cover it over like that. And then what I'm going to do as well, just going to dress the top of this with some koi. That just helps to keep the moisture, and I see a little potato there. And it's already sprouted, so I missed one. So this just helps when if it rains or anything, keeps a bit of moisture when this stuff gets wet. So that's just the dressing on the top. Like I was saying in another video, you can get the koi in the pound shop. They're only like £1 for a square. So just use that just to dress the top. So that's another sweet potato. Get out of the way, I haven't decided where I'm going to put that yet. So I'm going to go over to my potatoes now, so I'm going to show you that in a minute, so I'll come back to you. Right, so I've got my other tubs of sweet potatoes. I just dressed it up a little the last time, but I'm going to fully dress this now. Sometimes you get this coy and it takes so long to dissolve, so that's what you have to keep topping it up with water. So that's another one done. I've got one more to do, so I'll just do this one and I'll come back to you with the next task that I'm doing. Right, so I've done my 2 sweet potato pots, so they're nicely dressed now. So all what they need now for the rest of the season is just water in, and then later on down in the season I might just put a little bit of fish blood and bone on top. So this is my rosemary. I think you saw in the other video I didn't really fully top it up because I wanted it to settle. So this is just some form of manure, what I'm just going to finish topping it up with. Potatoes, I'm coming back to those in a minute. So that's my rosemary. So top that one up now, so that one's out of the way as well. Put that back there. Right, so these are my potatoes what I didn't top up yet. And I've got some manure in here, so I'm just going to top these ones up as well if I can. Somebody's saying, what about the leaves and that? You don't really need to worry about. I don't really worry about them because I know potatoes they just come back up anyway. So I've still got to put a bit more on these. But I'll do that later on. All you do is just put that in there and just dust off the leaves, and then it should be alright. So when that comes up a bit more now, should be alright. So that's that task out of the way. So I'll be back with you in a second. Just going to do my last task for today, and then just going to give this a little bit of a tidy up, and then I'll be back with you. Right, everybody, so I'm in between my French beans. So what I've got some broccolis, and I'm going to be planting just a 4 in between those so that they can grow together with the climbing beans. So I just need to get my fish blood and bone, so I'll be back with you in a sec. Right, so I've got my blood, fish and bone, and I've got the wrong one here again, the thing needed some grow more, but it don't matter, I'll just use the fish blood and bone. And I'm just going to dig a hole. I'm going to put some blood, fish and bone around it. I'm just going to bury that in. Only putting 4 in, so we're not going to be putting that many in this time. So when you've got a small garden, you can try a bit of everything really. And you see, we had that thunderstorm yesterday. I didn't hear nothing because I was probably slept through it. And you can see that my dirt is very dry already. Would have thought, like with that rain, there would have been a bit of moisture in the soil, but there ain't. So when I finish now, I'm going to have to water these in again. Do, but I'm going to have to. So that's the last task for me today, apart from watering. So in a minute I'm going to show you what's going on in my garden. I'm just going to tidy up a bit and then I'll be back with you in a second. Right everybody, so I'm going to show you what's going on in my garden after you saw the last video. As you can see, my French beans, the outer leaves have started to shrivel up a bit, but they're sending out the runners now, so they should be okay. You just seen me plant my broccoli. These are my 3 courgettes. As you can see, if I can bring the camera right down, you can see that they're starting to shoot out already and send out the little courgettes on them already. Those are my tomatoes. My strawberries, what are there for how many years now, I don't even know how old they are now, but they keep running and producing, so I'll just leave some of them in. Right, those are my tomatoes. You can see they're coming along nicely, it's flowering and everything. Got some little tomatoes on some of them. My corn, you saw me plant last time, they look a bit battered from the storm and the rain what we had yesterday, but I'm going to leave them. If they don't come up, then I can always replace them. These are my onions. They're coming up nicely now. My potatoes, what you've just seen me top up a bit, but I haven't finished with those ones yet. These are my sweet potatoes, what you saw me just dress. As you can see there, I don't know where all these flies are coming from, but I'll get something for those later on. Right, this is another one of my courgettes. You can see that one's coming along nicely. My shallots are coming along nicely, and some are just starting to come through now. So hopefully we should be alright with those. My curly parsley's coming along nicely, and my rosemary. out of the way. Right, these are my tumblers. My tomatoes, as you can see, they're coming along nicely. There's quite a few tomatoes on them already. These are my pumpkins, and I've put a squash in there because that's a climber. So I just put that in there for now. Come up here. You can see my carrots are coming along nicely, and my spinach and my chard are in that one. They're coming along, soon be ready for picking. I'll pick that out of leaves and then leave the centre so they can still carry on. That's my black mint out behind it. It's coming along nicely. See, my flowers are starting to bloom and come up nicely now. So all the flowers are alright. Right, my indigo, as you can see, that's coming along really nice. I don't know if it folds or what much about it. I have to look that up. These are my smaller broccolis. If you can see, they're starting to sprout, and my kale, which I still don't know, and then my beetroots are all coming along very nice. And then the peppers, what I just planted, just need to water those. Then my other side of the garden now is what I'm going to be concentrating on next, because I've got some things still coming up what's taking their time, so I need to be careful of what I pull up, because I don't want to really lose too much, because I do that all the time. And if anybody knows what this is, if you break it off and it catches anywhere, then it starts. And see, I've done one last week, and see, it's already got roots on it already. So if you know what that is, let me know in the comment section. I know it's a part of the succulent family. Let me break off a piece so you can see. So it's part of the succulent family, so I'm not sure what it is, but like if that now you stick that, it's got like little nodules on the side, you stick that into the dirt, it'll just take off. So, and it sends off a yellow flower to it as well. So if you know what that is, let me know in the comment section. I might have to take some of it out because I bunched it all up together. So you can see that side of my garden is starting to come on now. Right. And then on my other side, just got my pot of potato what I just done today. And then the other potato, you can see they're really coming on. They're about 16 inches or more. I've topped them ones up. I've got that one, this one here to top up a bit more. But these two are topped up. And then my other sweet potato. So that's my garden, what it looks like now. So I'm going to be sharing videos with you over the next growing season. So please remember to like, share and subscribe, and tell a friend to tell another friend. If you want to leave a comment or any tips, do so in the comment section. We'll try and get back to you on them, because I'm still learning myself. As you can see, I've got loads of containers. That's how I plant my garden. It's small, but you can still fit a lot in. If you just do a little bit of each thing, then you'll get by. So thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you all on the next one. You take care of yourselves, and a happy gardening.